Well, assalamu alaikum. Hopefully, my screen is recording. So now I am presenting the my full papers. At first, I just say something that right now, somewhere in the world, a hospital can't access its own patient records. A government office had millions of citizenship personal data stolen, and somewhere a small business owner has absolutely no idea that an attacker has already been sitting inside their system or the past 3 months, quietly just watching. So this is not a movie scene for a movie. So this is just another week on the internet. Hi, my name is Rafid, and today I want to walk you through my literature review paper on this global cyber threat landscape, taxonomy trends, and strategic implementations. So, at first, I talking about the abstract. Let me start with overall picture that paper is trying to do. These papers pull together what researcher and industries professionals have been writing about cyber threats around the world. So it has three main goals. The first is to understand how threats are actually classified, organized. The second is to tweak how attackers have changed the way to operate at 2020 and 2025, and the third to think seriously about what all of means Indonesia, especially actually. So for Indonesia, all of these urgent, the country is growing digitally at first phase, but the institution, the regulation, and the skilled workforce needed to protect the growth are still trying to keep up. Well, now I just directly keep the introduction first. Well, every single time someone opens a banking app, sends work mail, or logs into a government portal, I think they are connecting a network that's shared by billion and billion of people. So, and yes, that includes people who are actively looking for ways cause to harm actually. So for Indonesia, a country that is actively moving its economy and the public services online understanding this threat is not just a technical matter. It is about the national security, public safety, and economic stability. So Indonesia was recording some of the highest number of cyber attacks in Southeast Asia in early 20 and those numbers has go down. So basically this paper asks the questions: how do we classify and make the scene of cyber threats, what has actually changed between 2020 and 2025, and what does it all mean for Indonesia should be protecting itself. So we directly going to the review methodology. So before I get it into the findings, I want to quickly explain how I put a review together. Well, I searched through academic database including Scopus, Web of Science, IEEE Explore, and ACM Digital Library. And to be very honest, I be helping some things for AI like Cloudy and some perplexity type AI actually. For a source to be included needed to meet these things, it had to be published after 2020, and it had to be directly relevant on the three species paper, and it to be the either peer reviewed or a collaboration official institution. Now we are coming to the thematic discussion. This is the core of the paper. It's follows of three research question one by one. Okay, so at first we are talking about the 3.1 actually, that how cyber threats are classified. So the most widely used one today is the called MITR attack, which stands for adversarial tactics, techniques, and common knowledge. It organizes attacker behavior into 14 categories called tactics. Each tactics is present a global an attacker is trying to achieve at a particular stage of an attack actually. What makes this really valuable? Well, actually, is the shared language is great because this is actual some different things. So security terms across different organization and countries can describe threats in a consistent way. So which make I think it much easier to spot patterns and prepare for the defense. Now we come to the 3.2 research question that measure trends in the global cyber threat landscape. Well, uh, here is something honest I found in the literature. All of these frameworks are essential looking backward. These classify threats that have already been observed and documented as artificial intelligence invents attacks that are faster and more creative at that, and the gap between that threat appearing in the real world and that threat being formally added to be framework is going to keep growing. So now we come to the 3.2.2 supply chain attacks, exploring of trust. Well, ransomware used to be something that individual technically skilled hackers, I think, would build and develop themselves. That is not how it works anymore today. I think it is sold as service, and this is the model remarkably similar to like legacy of the software business. The 2021 the cloning pipeline attack carried out of the group called dark side is probably the largest example of the real world consequences can be. So one cyber attacks casual full storage across the eastern United States for days. Well, I just keep it short actually. Well, now we come to our next part, 3.2.3. So artificial intelligence as both weapon and shield. So AI is now being used on both sides of security fight or some other genuine getting better on it. So uh, like the on the defensive side, machine learning models are helping security teams find threats buried inside immersion loggings of data. So what I say that IBM found the organization using AI-driven security tools were containing branches 28 faster average. Those are not. So this is a meaningful difference. So, but on the other side, AI is making attackers smart and harder to detect. This is a very true actually. So I just there's things that enable logging system time, a lot of system time, and the whole things that AI can very much stronger to the cyber attacks are. So in the 3.2.4 that a state sponsored threats and the ministers by cyber attacks. So government backed cyber operation have grown significantly over the past few years when Russia invaded Ukraine in 2020. So the military weapons has accomplished by coordinated cyber attacks on Ukraine power grids, government websites, and some communication networks. Well, I think now we come to the 3.2 research question that strategic implementation on Indonesian national cyber regulations and policy architecture. So what does all of this mean for Indonesia? Indonesia is Southeast Asia largest economy and one of the fastest growing digital markets anywhere in the world. So government services are moving online, mobile banking is everywhere, and the country's population is deeply connected through digital platforms. So all of the genuinely existing, but it is also mean that when something went wrong, the scale of impact can be incoherent and very very dangerous. So now we come the research gaps. Well, my review also made for clear where the existing research is a falling short, and there are some significant blind spots. Almost of the major things actually, I just make it very small. That there is almost nothing in the literature on small to medium sized business, which make up the majority of Indonesian economy. Most of the research focus, I think, on large corporations and some government agencies, but those are not must vulnerable organization. The SMEs are actually, and also AI enable attacks are another area where the researcher is not keeping peace and reality. Well, now we're talking about the particular implementations, and so based on everything the review found, there are four particular things need to happen that I mentioned. That the first thing we need to think about weeks and the came from supply chain, and the second thing we need to think about the before we answer about the third thing we need about is training of working cyber security, and the fourth thing we need to think about working with other countries. Well, we come almost the last part, that the conclusion. So to bring everyone together, the cyber threat landscape has changed fundamentally. It has no longer about individual hackers. So for Indonesia, all of this is happening right all the moments countries are building this digital future, and honestly, that is a both challenge and opportunity. The international research community has produced an immense amount of knowledge that works does not do. Well, thank you very much for listening me. I hope this paper gives useful, honest starting point of thinking about how Indonesia can protect itself in a world where the digital threats are going to keep evolution. Thank you very much.